Hello, this is Jamie Cornelson, and I'm going to be presenting Module 5, Understanding My Community. I live in Hutchinson, Kansas, which is in Reno County, and so we are USD 308, and I work specifically for Reno County Head Start, so I've included information for both Hutchinson, Reno County, and my program. Hutch is the largest city in Reno County. We're located on the Arkansas River. We've been nicknamed the Salt City for the salt mines that have been here. We host the Kansas State Fair, the NJCAA basketball tournament every year. We also have the Cosmosphere, Strataca, which was formerly known as the Underground Salt Museum, as well as Dillon Nature Center. In our program, we conduct enrollment throughout the whole school year. For example, in the summer, we hand out popsicles at splash parks. We do enrollment clinics at the library, laundromats, baseball games, city swimming pools. We're always trying to recruit new families for our program. We have a fall open house, a fall family festival. We invite families in for Christmas lunch. We do moms and dads days. We take many field trips throughout the year, and parents are always involved. And then our end of the year celebrations. So in Reno County, there are 3 school districts. Hutchinson is the largest with 12 elementary schools, or 12 schools, excuse me. There's 7 neighborhood elementary schools based on the boundaries in which you live, 1 magnet school, a 7th grade center, an 8th grade center, a 6A high school, and the Career and Tech Academy. In Buhler, there's 3 elementary schools, a middle, and a high school. And in South Hutch, there's just 1 of each of those schools. There are also 3 private schools, and then, of course, Hutchinson Community College. In 2010, the population, according to the census, was 42,080. And you can see the makeup of our population, and the median income was 32,645, with 12% of people living below the poverty line. Our population for our program, we serve 221 families in Reno County. We offer busing for homeless students and those who qualify for IEPs. Last year, we bused more homeless children than IEP students, which would lead me to believe that the next census, we're going to have a higher percentage of people living below that poverty line. We're a free program for families who qualify, and we place an emphasis on educating the whole child. We include health, dental health, mental health, and referrals to community services, and we really place an emphasis on educating the parent in addition to the child. Our main site is the Shirley J. Hutcherson Center. At this center, we have 3 all-day classrooms, which go from 8:30 to 3:30, and there's 1 bilingual classroom in that group. And then we have 3 classrooms with children that either come in the morning or the afternoon, and you can see those session times there. And there's also a bilingual classroom. We have 2 sites at neighborhood schools in Hutchinson. At McCandless Elementary is a full-day session, as well as South Hutch. And our South Hutchinson classroom is also bilingual. And then in Buhler, we have 2 sites that are just single sections. They come from 9:30 to 1 every day, or Monday through Thursday, excuse me. I combined the communication channels for both our program and the district because many of them are the same. We, of course, have a local newspaper. Facebook, Twitter, and other social media sites could tend to be an easy way to communicate. We have a radio station, large billboards at busy intersections. The district does use an automated phone system. We have newsletters that all levels. In our program, communication with families tends to be more face-to-face. We do 4 home visits. The family support worker takes on that role, and then parent-teacher conferences happen 2, sometimes 3 times a year. If the child's going on to kindergarten, they will have one in the spring. If they're returning, that doesn't necessarily have to happen. But we have open houses, and we just communicate with our families that it's an open door policy and they're welcome anytime in the classrooms. We encourage them to eat if they decide to eat with their child. It is a free meal. But we get a lot of face-to-face time with our families because we have them sign in and out at arrival and drop off. Some of the community groups, the elementary schools partner with various support groups in the community. For example, Graber has Wesley Towers, which is a retirement community, and so they put on like an Easter egg hunt and just many different activities that the grade schools can participate in, and then we pay them back by doing a Veterans Day concert, just various things like that. My program partners with Walmart, and so they will bring us their leftover Valentine's, Halloween costumes, decorations, things like that. It varies every year what they can provide for us, but there is a good partnership there. At Head Start, we offer financial classes. Last year we started a circles group, was just a financial group. There's fathers classes specifically for dads to participate in. There's always an activity. They receive some education. We offer free childcare, and it's at no cost, and the meal is usually included. So we have a lot of support from local churches, and then there's really strong PTOs in all of the elementary schools. As far as our leadership goes, we have a superintendent, and USD 308 is the grantee to our program. So although we have our own director and assistant director, our governing body makes many of the decisions, all of the decisions for our program, but then we have to take what we have come up with and get that approved by the school district. On our policy council, we have management, staff, parents, and then district and community representatives. You can see there's a management team as well as the specialists. And then, like I said, we stress the health of the whole child. So we have the dental hygienist and a nutritionist and an on-site nurse, and then classroom teachers, family support workers, and teaching assistants and sped pairs in the classrooms. Community leaders, characteristics. I feel like our program director and USD 308 superintendent work really close, and district staff take the time to observe and walk through our center. There's a large amount of trust and responsibility on the management and the specialists and the education, and everybody is trusted to do their job to the best of their abilities. Our program director does a really good job of getting to know everybody that's on staff, and she really cares about you as a person, not just as an employee. And then she puts herself on an equal playing field, and she's not afraid to get to work. Here's some of the largest employers in town. You can see the school district is up there. We have a very large hospital, and then just some other businesses here in town. Our political structures is much like many communities. We have the city manager, the council, and then I would say we do have higher than average property taxes. And like I said before, since USD 308 is our grantee, when we get approval for things like the budget, the handbook, policies and procedures, our policy council will first vote on that, and then it will go to the school board. Social tensions, we have a relatively high crime rate per capita, but I feel like there's a really large presence of police force, and I never feel unsafe or threatened in the community, and we feel like it's a safe place to raise our family. In addition, we have a maximum security prison. One of the programs offered there is the print shop, and Head Start does take advantage of that. We can get t-shirts donated, and then they will print them for us at a very minimal cost. And there's also a public transportation system called RCAT. Here's some extra sources of information that I used. The power structures obviously were governed by the State Board of Education and the state government, and then it goes down to the local Board of Education. Program decisions are made by Reno County Head Start's governing body, and always the decisions are made with the best interest of students in mind. Multicultural issues in Head Start. We place a large emphasis on educating students about a wide variety of multicultural issues. With our bilingual classrooms, we have a minimum of one bilingual teaching assistant in each room and a teacher that has at least 5+ years of teaching in a bilingual classroom. So we try to, we do a big Cinco de Mayo celebration in the spring, and then of course just multicultural cooking, and we just have an ability to relate to those families. Measuring public opinion, the school district does a telephone survey to poll families about issues within the school, such as early release days, calendar options, etc. In Reno County Head Start, we survey families at the end of the program year about their experience. We do this both from the family services standpoint as well as education, and we do yearly self-assessments at each policy council meetings, and then we're just constantly making sure that people are pleased with the results that they're getting, and if not, we want to know how we can improve our program. So this concludes my presentation, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.